Hello, my name is 𝐓𝐾𝐒. I will be doing a ransomware attack walkthrough. In the spring of 2017, a crypto worm named WannaCry brought the world to its knees. This ransomware attack, unparalleled in scale, targeted computers running Windows, swiftly spreading across over 150 countries. The insidious malware encrypted files demanding ransoms in Bitcoin to restore access, exploiting a vulnerability in the server message block protocol. WannaCry slipped through the cracks of unpatched systems. The fallout was catastrophic, with the UK's National Health Service and global corporations like FedEx and Renault among the hardest hit. Remember, when it comes to cybersecurity, prevention is better than cure.
All right, so the first thing I want to do is to go to Chrome, and I've already gone to the GitHub site that I want to get the code, the scripts that I will be using for this walkthrough. If you look at the process on how to run this script, it's already here. Then what you need to do is to copy the code or the script, and you go to Linux, and I'll just enlarge my terminal, and I'll make a new directory and call it hacking. That's because I've already done this before, and I don't want it to conflict itself. Then I will do cd into hacking. Then yeah, I will now clone it. Okay, if I ls, that is it. Then I will cd into the directory of the downloaded ransomware. Let's go. If I ls, let me just clear my screen first. If I ls, you see we have readme.md, we have decryption.go and encryption.go, and then we have setup-encryption-sh. Now we want to, we are running this in a virtual environment, and in this virtual environment, the machine we are using is 𝐶𝐿. Now in this 𝐶𝐿, we are also going to create a home environment that we are going to run the scripts, so that the malware or the ransomware, the attack, will not encrypt every file in our 𝐶𝐿 machine. So that is one of the reasons why we are going to create another environment for this purpose. Now I will just run this script, the setup, to ask me for my password. Even though it's telling me that it cannot remove home because no such file or directory, if I do ls again, home has appeared, because this setup has been programmed to create home folder and to reset home folder. So when you encrypt and you run this this ./ and the setup, it will reset the program so that you can run the encryption again or run the decryption again. All right, so I will now do if I do ls, we have home, Control L to clear my screen. Then the next thing to do is to run the go decryption file, or rather I will start with the encryption file to encrypt first. Now every file from home has been encrypted. Now one thing I didn't show you before, if I go to cd home, and in this home folder, if I ls, we have Bill, we have root and Sam. And if you look at all these files inside home that we have encrypted, they are all in home folder. Now I will go back. Now I have to run the decryption file. For me to run the decryption file, I will use the same method I use in running the encryption file. So it's asking me for a BTC. It said please send me 0.2 BTC and I will send you the key. Now, one thing you should understand is that we are using symmetric encryption, and in symmetric encryption, we use one key to encrypt and to decrypt. We also have asymmetric encryption. In asymmetric encryption, we use public key to encrypt and we use private key to decrypt. That is to say, if I had encrypted this file with asymmetric encryption, then it means that I will not be able to use the same key to decrypt. So, but in this particular case, we use symmetric. Let me say one key to encrypt and also to decrypt. Now, and again, the reason why Bitcoin is requested because of Bitcoin, like it cannot be traced, based on what we know at the moment. You can't trace Bitcoin, So, and it's not like a commercial bank that when you say send me your account number, you send money to the person's account number, then they'll be able to trace the account because somebody restarted the account and all that. But this one, you can't be able to trace it. So that's the issue. There was a recent ransomware attack on an accounting firm. So this accounting firm, the man had to employ an ethical hacker to negotiate with the attackers who run the ransomware on the firm. So they were able to negotiate with the attackers to bring down the ransom to at least what the company could afford, because they were asking for a lot of ransom that the company could not afford. At the end of the they got to compromise, and the ransom was paid. So don't forget, an ethical hacker was used to negotiate. Now, because when this happens, you can't be able to do anything about it because you don't know what was used to encrypt the key. You have to have the key. Without this key, you can't be able to have access to your files and all that. And it means the whole business will be shut down for the period until the ransom is paid. And this is a deadly attack. So now I'll enter the key. This is the secret key that will be used. Once the key is entered, now every file had been decrypted. So that is one thing you should take note of. Now I'll be running. We still have time to run because I want to do a similar thing on Windows. So this is for Linux. Now I'll be running it also for Windows. Now for me to run it for Windows, what I will do first and foremost is to check SSH system CTL status SSH. SSH is not running. So what I will do, apt install open SSH dash server. That is it. I'll do let me check SSH status again. I'll do start SSH, asking for password. Now if I do SSH, now is active and running. So what I want to do, I will go to that site, and because we want to compile it for Windows, then I will copy this code. This is the compiler code that will compile this particular script that we can use on Windows machine, and they will export it through SSH to Windows. Then I will paste Let me use sudo. It is compiling. ls dash dash l, then I'll do encryption dot exe, then I'll run it for decryption again, compile it for decryption because the first compilation was for encryption. Then I'll compile for decryption. It is compiling, then I will run this script, but at the same time I will, instead of to use, I'll just use asterisk. Now the bot has been compiled to, instead of go dot encryption dot go and decryption dot go, to encryption dot xex, the same thing for the decryption. That is to enable it to run on Windows machine. So the next thing we want to do is to So the next thing we want to do is to do 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, that's to say put the IP address of my Windows machine, that is the Windows machine I want to transfer this to. I will put the password. Then I want to go to the command line interface and I check for the, I'll check for the IP address, ipconfig. So the IP address is 10.0.2.15, which is this. Then I'll go back and do, and the name of my, I need the username for my Windows, which is the CyberFortress. And I will do cyberfortress at 10.0.2.15. Then I have to go and check if SSH is running on my Windows machine. I will open CMD as an administrator. Then I will do, SSH is not running, then I will do start SSH spending. So I will check the query running. Now I'll go back to my Kali machine and I'll run this command again. Okay, it's asking me if I want to connect. I'll say yes. Then I'll put the password of my Windows machine, which is CyberFortress at with the IP address 10.2.0.2.15. Put the IP address. Now I am here. So I will I want to transfer the encryption and decryption file to my Windows machine so I could be able to run it and test this ransomware attack on the Windows. We just finished running it on Linux. So I will do it on okay. XH, that is downloaded. Then I will do for the decryption. also downloaded. So I'll now exit. So I'll go to my Windows machine. Now in my Windows machine, I'll check where the file is. The file, because it was transferred to CyberFortress. If I go to this PC, go to users, CyberFortress. Now we have the encryption and decryption file, which was transferred from the Linux machine to the Windows machine after compilation. Then and I created a folder here that I want to encrypt, for an example, in Windows machine. And in this folder, there is a file that is named passwords, and in that password file we have some text, which is cyberfortress column and password, and we have admin column and password. So now we want to encrypt this home folder in Windows machine. So what I will do, I will go to CMD back again, run it as administrator. So now, okay, I think I need to run it as a normal user because this is where the file is. If I do, so what I will do now, I will run the encryption file. Now it said encrypting home folder, and the password in it, the password file .tsc. Even the antivirus is signaling me. Then I will go and check the folder that I was telling you about. Go to this PC, local drive, users, CyberFortress, open the home folder, open the text. I will say no, select notepad. Now you see that file had been encrypted, everything in it. Now I will go back and decrypt. If I run the decryption file or scripts, you see I should enter I should pay a ransom for me to enter the key. You know, without the ransom, I will not be able to access that folder. Do you see it now? All what is inside the folder, the file. Now I have to use the same key that I use in encrypting. This is the secret key that will be used. Now it will decrypt it. If we go back and check, remember this is the file from users. This, open it. It has reverse it. So this is what ransomware attack is all about, and we have succeeded in running it on Linux machine and also Windows machine. Now be guided on this attack, which is a terrible attack. And thank you for staying to the end of this video. I believe you might have learned one or two things from this video. And then I want to make a plea because 2 days ago, I was trying to delete one of my YouTube channel that I don't use. And I have 3 YouTube channels in one Gmail account. So by trying to delete one of the channel, I ended up deleting all my YouTube channels. And that was a huge disaster for me because as it stands now, I have 0 YouTube subscribers. So I'm pleading that you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put the handle on this video, so at the end of the day you could be able to follow me on my YouTube channel. Thank you in advance. I love you. Bye.